Well, a great pleasure to have in studio with us once again as we get ready for Tailgate and Tallboys is Josh Agers, and we are getting close, Josh.
We are 42 days out as of today.
I knew you would know. That would be great. We're going to have you in one more time, May 23rd, and by that time, oh my goodness.
All systems go, May 23rd, right?
So how busy are you and Scott during that time period, or that week?
I'll tell you right now, starting this Monday, it's really, you can kind of tell the festival's approaching because it's time consuming now, like every day, phone calls, site visits. It's really starting to eat up a lot of time. So you can tell we're right around the corner with this thing.
And you said they were in just the other day?
Yeah, just yesterday. We had 3 of them on site. Logistically, so we sold out of our camping, which is great. We added Hawthorne Camping. We added the Marina Overflow lot this year, which is another 30 spots. That's all sold out. So now they're looking at those Lincoln Way islands. There's the 3 islands where they've got the shuttle parking. They're looking at using that first one for added primitive RV camping. So we're just trying to grow with the festival as the festival's grown with us.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
It is, yep.
My goodness. So how are ticket sales?
Ticket sales are strong. I think we've got over 10,000 tickets sold total, which is about, if you average 10,000 a day, it's a good start, but we've got a lot of work to do if we really want to get this festival where it needs to be to really be sustainable. So we are banking on the fact that the last month out is typically when your strongest sales push happens, because people who are either on the fence or considering it, or your last second people still trying to get tickets. And I got to tell you, if you are one of those people, right now the bar promo for the local bars that are participating, they've got their posters up with a QR code. That is the cheapest possible ticket you can buy right now, is through those codes. So go to those bars because they close that tomorrow at midnight.
Okay.
So that is the cheapest ticket possible right now, is at your local bars through the bar promo. The bar that has the most tickets associated with their QR code gets to name the general admission bar. So they're really starting to get their marketing going on that right now. They won that last couple days of sales. So.
Any idea who's out in front yet?
Yes.
Can you divulge that or no?
There's a lot of great local bars. I support them all. So just go see your favorite.
You support them all.
That's the diplomatic way to say it. But the bars know where they stand.
Okay.
But we're not making it really like public because we don't want to show favoritism over one over the other. But they're almost all bars are participating. Go to your favorite one and get those cheap tickets now while those last through Friday.
Now, when people do buy the tickets, do you see a lot of 3-day ones, or are they one day and then that was it?
I haven't really got into the meat and potatoes of that to see which one. I think a lot of people have asked about the 3-day individual bands, or like what a flex pass is. A flex pass and a 3-day pass are the same thing essentially. It's just you can get a Thursday, Friday, Saturday band, or you can just get a 3-day. So for me, I would prefer to have a 3-day band because I don't want to lose it. But somebody in a factory setting that might have work, they might want to cut it off. They'll want a Thursday and a Friday and a Saturday. Or if they can't go 1 or 2 days, they want to give it out. So it's just preferential, but they're all the same price. So
great to have Josh Agers in again, Tailgate and Tallboys. Second year, so I think the community, everybody has a better grasp of what this is going to be.
Yeah, I think so. And we did a coffee talk with Grove Clinton and invited some of the downtown businesses just to kind of come here and express any questions or concerns or thoughts. And it was actually pretty well received. I think people, who didn't know year one, ourselves included, Scott and I, we had never done this either. So we didn't really know. We kind of knew what we were getting into to a degree, but until you physically see it, it's like, now, okay, like I can see what worked, this didn't. And I think the businesses will also adjust with that as well.
And because of that, last year, you did make some changes on the way things are set up.
Correct. Yeah, we put the entrance at 6th Avenue North, so now you'll go in right by Jenny's Diner. You'll go into like the Lumber Kings parking lot there, and then that'll be the entrance to the box office. And then the stage is then flipped to the pool side. So if you're at the pool, the backstage will be facing north. And then the pool parking lot area will kind of be like the backstage area where the campers, the artist trailers, and all those things are set up. And then they'll probably utilize some of that pool space for some of the food for the artists and things like that. So there's so many details that go into these things. It's almost overwhelming at times.
I would think so. Let's talk a little bit about the artists. Of course, you have the headliners, Jelly Roll, Bailey Zimmerman, and Shine Down. Sure. But there's a lot of other entertainment.
A lot of them. And Nate Smith is the opener for Jelly Roll. He might be one of the hottest things out there right now, with World on Fire being the #1 hit for 14 weeks. But one of my personal favorites is Red Farron. He sings the song Jack and Diet Coke, which has been on the radio, but he's got a bevy of songs that I've really been listening to. So if you give these artists a chance, Austin Snell is another one. Josh Ross is another one. I mean, these are the folks that are on the cusp of like becoming like the next household name that you're going to hear all the time. So the cool thing about this festival is it brings them in. Either they're at the door, or they're walking through it, or th've blown through it like Jelly Roll has.
Yeah.
Gosh, what a whirlwind he's been on for a 2-year run. And then Shinedown, multi-platinum winning artist. I mean, like I've not heard one bad thing about Shinedown from people that have seen it, and most of them are saying it's one of, if not the best shows they've ever seen, is Shinedown. I was talking to 2 folks last night, said the same thing about it. Best show I ever saw. They're one of the best ones. They sound great. The pyrotechnics are unreal. Like, it's just like a show, and that's what we want to put on for the folks.
And that is the thing to keep in mind. This is a major production for our riverfront, and
correct.
It's so much entertainment. What time does everything get going each day?
That's a great question. That information should be coming out very soon, because I think they just announced that the first artist will go on at 5 p.m. this year, which last year was at 4. So there's no side stage. That was one of the things that we modified. They wanted to give a little bit more room to the VIP and the folks that go up front to watch this, so they pushed the front of house back a little bit, so that eliminated that side stage, giving people more room to spread out. So I think that'd be great. But in doing so, they pushed the start time to 5 o'clock for the first acts, which for the working folks, that's probably a great thing. Gives you a little more time to get down to the festival. Because I'm telling you, do not sleep on these first artists each night. They are going to rock it out. I know it.
What time do the grounds actually open?
That's where I believe it's 3 o'clock, but I'd have to double check that.
Okay.
But that information should be getting released very soon. But I think 3 o'clock is when they said they would open, but don't quote me on that just yet. We're just getting that information this week. So.
What about vendors and volunteers? How's that looking?
Vendors are good. USA Concerts has handled most of the vendors this year. Last year we threw them names of interested folks that locally that might want to participate, and then they've pretty much got that under control for this year on who's coming back or who wants to come back. Bartenders, that sounds like they've got a pretty good handle on the bartenders so far. Again, I think we kind of go back to the same thing. It's like they are not asking Scott and I to run this show. This is their show. We're just kind of helping foster relationships to get where they need to be, get access to where they need to go, and then as they need resources, that's when they ask for our help. So they bring in a lot of folks that do these things at festivals all over. But a lot of local bartenders will be in play, and then Scott and I, we are tasking ourselves with making sure there's enough local support to make sure that they're incorporated into the festival when and where possible.
Of course, now next year will be the 3rd year, and how are things playing out for that?
So far, so good. It's a 3-year contract. I think everybody involved from their side, especially, is interested in moving forward with beyond year 3. But again, we have to have the ticket sales to support it, because if you don't support it, it goes away. Just like any business, not just this festival, any business, if the folks don't come out to support it, it goes away. It's that simple.
So, and if it does become successful and you do renew the contract, do you have to go on another 3-year, or how does that work, Josh?
I don't think anybody knows that. I think originally there was some talk about doing a 5-year right out of the gate, but I think, the council wanted to have a little bit more opportunity to kind of revisit it. So I think 3 years was kind of a little more agreeable. Like, let's just see how the first 3 years goes.
Okay.
And then perhaps it goes to a 3 or a 5 or whatever, but that'll be all determined based on the success of year 3, which I really think we do need to judge this by year 3 and see how it goes, because year 1, never seen it. Year 2, make adjustments. Year 3, typically, I'm a big 3-year person. If you get hired at a job, it takes you a year to see it, 2nd year to adjust, and a 3rd year to really get your rhythm. So I think this is no different.
All right. As always, we appreciate you stopping in,
Glad to
and
be
we'll
here.
talk to you on May 23rd as you'll really be getting ready to get going.
100%, yeah.
But as you pointed out, ticket sales, the main things to drive this festival.
Correct.
How can people get their tickets besides going to their local bars?
Yeah, so tailgate@tallboys.com. There's the Clinton website. Go to buy passes. You can buy that there. Also, look out for more added camping to come soon. We're sold out, so Lincoln Way, one of those lots is going to have added camping. So if you missed your shot to get a camping spot, there's more coming, more opportunities coming for that as well.
It's going to be interesting, no doubt. Thank you so much.
Thanks.